Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Nippon Business Culture. Today we're going to talk about a word called Shuhari, a very fascinating word that can revolutionize the way we learn and master a new skill. Shuhari is made out of three important kanji or concepts, and we're going to explain each and every one of them. And Shuhari is a concept originated from Japanese martial arts. It describes the different stages of a mastery of a skill or of a martial art. And this is now applied to business. Shuhari. Shuhari. So the first stage is shu, and it's all about learning the basics. Shu means to defend, meaning you have to defend and uphold the basic rules. You learn how to do these basic rules as the first step to mastering the skill. In this stage, the learner basically strictly follows the rules and absorbs the form of how to do things and keep going and learning from the master or learning the right steps as it is in the books. Next, we have ha, shuhari, ha. And this ha stage is where the learner begins to break away from the traditional form. Ha means hakai or explode or differentiate from what he has learned. So you try to innovate or try to think differently from the rules and try to discover something new. In the context of business, a businessman or woman, and this could be an employee who, after mastering the basics, he or she starts to innovate and adapt the methods that he or she has learned into his real day-to-day chores. Finally, we reach the shuhari stage. Shuhari. This is a stage of mastery where the learner has already internalized the basic rules. Then he has tried out new things. And now ri means to distance himself from these rules and making his own rules. This doesn't mean that you are going to do completely the opposite of what you're doing, but kind of use that mastery of skills that you already have and use it in a new way. Sometimes what happens is that the different people who learn these new skills skip the shu or the basic parts and try to do new things. But it's better to really learn all the basic things that have already been done and then try these new things. This is something that's very important in Aikido, for example, one of the main martial arts who use this concept. This is the way how they learn each skill. So how can we apply this to the office or your company? The main part is to learn or recognize the stage in where each team member is and providing the right kind of support. For those in shu stage, we need to provide clear rules and guidances. For those in the ha stage, we encourage experimentation and adaptation to just try out new things with what you know. And for those in the ri stage, we give them the freedom to innovate and lead. So for all these steps, you always have to give a space to make mistakes. And through these mistakes, you learn how to master it. Remember, shuhari is not a linear process. An individual or team can be at different stages, come back, and then go forward again. And each new skill starts with a new cycle. Once you finish the shuhari stage, the ri stage, then you go back to the shu. So it's always a cycle of learning, mastering, developing new skills, and then remembering the basic skills. And that way you have these cycles of going up. So this is shuhari. It's looks like a very basic concept, but it has a deep meaning to it. And if you apply it correctly, it's a very good way to improvise, innovate, and master a skill. So I hope you liked it, and see you in the next video. Arigatou gozaimasu. Shuhari.